where the crawdads sing. 1969. Two boys from the village go out riding bikes near the old fire tower. They discover the body of Chase Andrew in the swamp. 1952. Kaya, Catherine Danielle Clark, is illiterate, barefoot, wild and unkempt. Her family lives in a small shack out in the marshes. Pa is a vet, but he's abusive. When Kaya is 6, her mom packs a blue suitcase and leaves. Kaya is the youngest of 5. Jody is 7 years older, but closest to her in age. Her 2 older sisters and the oldest brother, Missy, Murph, and Mandy, leave not long after their mom leaves. Jody stays while, but eventually tells her he can't stay. He leaves her alone with Pa. Kaya attends school for 1 day, but the kids laugh at her so she never goes back. Ma was a painter and Pa's family had money before the Great Depression, but Ma's gone and those days are long over. 1952. Kyra takes the boat out one day and gets lost in the lagoon. A boy from town, Tate Walker, helps her out. Tate used to be Jody's friend and is about 4 years older than Kaya. Kaya asks to go fishing with Pa, hoping to see the boy again. They have a good time fishing for a while, but one day a letter from Ma arrives. When Pa sees it, he burns it and they never go fishing again. 1969. Benji and Steve, 10, find the body of Chase Andrews at the bottom of an abandoned fire tower in the marshes. He either fell off or was pushed off the tower. The sheriff begins collecting evidence. There's no tracks or fingerprints, but there are traces of red wool fibers. Chase was handsome, a former star quarterback and had been working at his parents' store, Western Auto. He was also married, but still a bit of a ladies' man. 1956. When Kaya is 10, Pa goes off one day and doesn't come back. She needs to pretend he's still around, or she'll get taken away. For money, she collects mussels to sell to a guy called Jump in the bait shop. She tries to fish as well, but the fish she catches are no good. Jumpin realizes she needs help, so his wife Mabel collects donations at the church and trades her fish for them. Mabel also teaches her how to garden and gives her some seeds. 1960. Rumors start about the Marsh Girl and kids come by to bang on her door as a prank from time to time. Kaya gets good at hiding away. Kaya also likes to collect things she finds in the marshes. One day a boy leaves a heron feather on a tree stump. Kaya and the boy are soon trading feathers and he responds with some stuff she really needs, seeds and a spark plug, and she finds out the boy is Tate. Tate offers to teach her to read. They meet regularly as he teaches her to read and other subjects. When social services start inquiring for her, they decide to meet somewhere more secluded, where the crawdads sing. Just means far in the bush where critters are wild, still behaving like critters. Kaya is growing up to be very pretty, and Tate also associates her with his younger sister who died in a car accident along with his mother. Tate tells her about them, and that they were in the car to buy a bike that he wanted for his birthday. They continue seeing each other romantically until Tate leaves for college at Chapel Hill. He tells her he'll come back for her in a month. He doesn't show. She finally gives up on him, heartbroken. Part 2. 1965. Kaya is now 19. Tate did come back but realized Kaya did not fit in with his world and was too cowardly to say goodbye. Kaya is still running around the marshes and hiding in the bushes, whereas Tate has been off studying at a respected university. Chase Andrews develops an interest in Kaya. They go on a picnic date, but he is too sexually aggressive and she runs off, literally. Chase continues to pursue Kaya. He takes her to the fire tower. Kaya gives him a shell necklace. Tate finishes his studies and decides he wants to be with Kaya, but sees that she is with Chase. 1969. Chase's mother, Patty, tells the police he wears his shell necklace every day, but the coroner says it was not on the body. Patty tells him Kaya gave it to him. Another man mentions seeing Kaya in the bay the night Chase died. Tate says she was out of town meeting with publishers. The police get a search warrant for her house and find a red wool hat. 1966 to 1968. Chase tells Kaya he wants to marry her, but keeps her secluded from the rest of the town. Tate goes to see Kaya finally to apologize. He sees her nature diagrams and offers to help her find a publisher. He tells her Chase is chasing other women in town. Kaya sees Chase with his arm around another woman and discovers he is engaged. Kaya's first book is published. Kaya goes to pay back taxes on her land so she owns the deed free and clear. 1968. Jody shows up and Kaya recognizes him from the scar across his face. Compliments of Pa. He ended up joining the army and they paid for his education. He came back when he saw her name on her book. He tells her Ma died 2 years ago. He also brings painting Ma did of all of them. There's one of Tate who used to hang around and told her about nature when she was a toddler, until Pa told him not to come back. 1969. A man goes to the sheriff with some information on Kaya and she is arrested. We find out that Chase tried to force himself on Kaya a month prior to his death. Kaya sits in jail for 2 months before the trial starts. She has a good lawyer. Her publisher testifies that they had dinner that night. Chase's mom testifies about the missing necklace. Tate visits her in jail. Finally, she is found not guilty, but the whole ordeal has made her distrust the town even more. Jody comes to see her and she tells him to leave. Tate goes to see her afterward, but the sheriff stops him to tell him that his father has passed. Seeing him stopped, Kaya realizes she has loved him all along. When he returns after the funeral, Kaya acknowledges that she loves him. They start a life together and turn the shack into a nice cottage. Later. Jumpin' passes away. Jody gets married and has kids that he brings by. The village grows into a city, but Tate and Kaya never visit either way. Kaya passes away at 64. Tate has the Marsh Girl inscribed on her headstone. As Tate goes to look through her possessions, he finds a hidden compartment with poems by a local author. These are referenced throughout the book. He realizes the poet was Kaya, writing under a nom de plume all these years. There is one poem about murdering Chase, and with it is Chase's missing shell necklace, tying her to his murder. Tate burns all the poems and drops Chase's shell back into the water.